Welcome! TrioReviews here. Today we have a list of RomCom animes instead of the usual action battle animes. Now without further ado, let's get started. Horimiya. When talking about romance comedies, what comes to mind is Horimiya, aired in 2021. Starring Kyuko Hori and Izumi Miyamura. Hori is a popular, friendly, pretty, and intelligent student in school with many friends, but outside of school, she is a plain-looking girl without makeup and takes care of her little brother and house chores. While Miyamura, at school, gives off the vibe of a creepy otaku with good grades and a loner. And on the other hand, he is a wild, stylish, and good-looking dude outside of school. Having many piercings on his ears and tattoos on his body, he is forced to keep his long hair down and wear long sleeves all year round because he does not want to get into trouble for it. Horimiya is an anime about how these two meet each other outside of school due to Hori's little brother, and a bond forms between the two in order to keep each other's outside life a secret from others in school, leading to them falling in love for each other, which was considered unlikely from the friends around them. Following the acceptance of their relationship, Miyamura gains many new friends because of Hori and brings us many comedic scenes from then on. Komi can't communicate. A girl so shy, she can't speak to people even though she really wants to and make friends. One day she happened to sit next to Hitohito Tadano and started communicating with him using writing, and begins a beautiful friendship with each other, where Tadano tries his best to help Komi make friends in school. Thus, begins the typical high school adventures of Tadano helping Komi make 100 friends at school. It brings us a series of funny moments as Komi tries to bypass her anxiety and communicate with others while developing feelings of love towards Tadano along the way. Then in Season 2 we are met with a new character who has been part of the class since the beginning but just never showed up. Having a delinquent-like appearance, everyone strays away from him, causing Tadano to talk to him. Learning that this new student in class seems to have the same problem as Komi, he decides to befriend Katai as well, and helping them both gain friends in addition to the ones Komi has made so far. Season 2 stays the same as Season 1 with their humor and objectives, while showing how Komi and Tadano have become aware of the fact they have started developing feelings for each other compared to Season 1. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Another romantic comedy in a school setting between a senpai and kohai, or a senior and junior. Naoto Hachioji is a student who likes working on his manga and more of a serious type, while Hayes Nagatoro is a freshman student who chances upon Naoto at the library, and after reading his work and studying his personality, decides to tease him from then on, displaying the comedic relationship they have and how their friends add to the development as well. However, in order to enjoy it, you need to not take the so-called bullying between the two seriously and just enjoy it for what it is. My Dress Up Darling. Similar to Horimiya, My Dress Up Darling brings us a story about how two people with very different hobbies are brought together. Main character Wakana Goju is a Japanese doll maker as a family business, and Marin Kitagawa has a gal-like appearance and into cosplay, embodying the characters that she loves. Marin, having found Wakana's hobby, drags him into making cosplay costumes for her, starting of their amazing relationship as they combine their hobbies together. It is a very pleasant watch as two highly different personalities come together, showing us comedic, cute, and a bit of fan service. Haichiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. Quite the controversial anime we have here, as we frown upon situations like these in modern society. The anime is about how a normal salaryman Yoshida gets rejected by his superior at work, returning home to find a high schooler on the streets. Feeling pity for the little girl, Yoshida takes her home for the night so she does not have to stay out and unsafe. The next day, Yoshida, not remembering what happened, asked Ajiwara Sayu what happened last night and why she is at his house. Having listened to her story, he finds himself unable to throw her out and instead takes her in and tells her if she wants to stay, she can start by doing housework and finding a part-time job. From how the anime introduces Sayu, it seems like she has had a hard time moving from Hokkaido, where she lived, to where she is currently. A somewhat adult-like scenario where she would sleep with people in order to stay at their place and corrupting her view of the male species who in exchange for her body lets her stay at their house. Which is quite saddening and a very disturbing story for an anime that is supposed to be PG-13. The quintessential quintuplets. Starring Futari Yusuji is an elite high school student with a tough life, who happens on a private tutoring job for a wealthy family's daughter with a very high salary. After accepting the offer and going to his student's house, he is shocked from seeing that his student is someone he had a confrontation with before. Having been unsuccessful in trying to reconcile with her, he finds out that she is not the only one he has to teach, but actually have 5 students in total since they are quintuplets. Basically, starting from a hate relationship, the 5 girls start to slowly fall in love with him at different paces and tries to hide it from each other. The first harem anime on our list, and harmonious unlike other typical harems where the girls are fighting against each other for the guy. The plot is easy to follow with well-designed comedic moments giving you a good laugh from time to time. Rent a Girlfriend. A seemingly unfortunate guy, Kazuya Kinoshita, a college student who was dumped by his girlfriend, leaving him heartbroken, he tries a rental girlfriend service and meets Chizuru Mizuhara. Having read her reviews and still feeling the after effects of being dumped, Kazuya gives her a bad review thinking that she was toying with him. Seeing his poor review, Chizuru goes and gives him a piece of her mind, showing her true self. But it is cut short as Kazuya finds out his grandmother has collapsed. After rushing to the hospital, they find that Kazuya's grandmother is fine but are dragged into playing the part of lovers in front of his grandmother. Hoping to put an end to their fake relationship, they decide to announce that they broke up when his grandmother gets better. However, things do not go the way they planned, as Kazuya's grandmothers have become close friends with Chizuru's grandmother at the hospital and so is forced to continue their act. A great display of how a fake relationship starts turning into reality as they face new obstacles, namely other girls who fall in love with Kazuya and tries to break them apart. Taking a new spin on romantic comedy with harem-esque aspects. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. An amazing romance and comedy anime of 2019. At a renowned academy, Miyuki Shirogane and Kaguya Shinomiya are the top of the top in academics and are regarded as the perfect couple by all students at school. While they have feelings for each other, neither are willing to admit it. Probably due to their high self-esteem and pride as the best of the best. Thus, becoming a mental ward to see who would confess first. It is a refreshing take on the rom-com genre because normally when the two protagonists realize they have feelings for one another, they start dating or the series ends, but this makes the two battle it out. The anime contains many funny and memorable scenes, such as that dance scene that made many start watching the anime. In addition, the characters are well developed and the story as well, making it one of the best animes of the year. Tonikaku Kawaii. Now this is an extremely adorable and pure anime about a chance encounter between the two and a very straightforward male lead. Nasa Yuzaki is someone that had his future all planned out, ranking first in the nation mock exam and aiming for the best high school. However, as fate would have it, he sees a beautiful girl on the streets. Enticed by the sight of her, Nasa walks towards her subconsciously and gets hit by a truck. Normally this would then become a reincarnation anime, but unfortunately, he does not die and get reincarnated. Now typically when you get hit by a truck you are pretty much paralyzed from the impact, but this dude is built different. Instead of waiting for an ambulance, he follows the girl and asks her out. What a boss, and to my surprise the girl, Tsukase Yuzaki, agrees on the condition they have to be married, to which Nasa agrees and passes out. From then on, we just see the daily lives of the two living together, being innocent, which quite frankly is cute, and the reactions of those around them when they find out that the two have wed, including their parents. Personally, I really like this anime for how pure it is with some comedy to spice it up. Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. An office romance between childhood friends that have reunited after the female lead Narumi Mamos joins the company. Being a closed-door otaku, Narumi has been hiding that fact from her normal coworkers and boyfriends, which have taken a toll on her, as it was the reason she left her last company as well. Now having a fresh start at this new company, Narumi hopes to be treated like any normal employee, but as fate would have it, on her first day being shown around by her superior, she comes across a familiar face. The face of Hirotaka Nafuji, her childhood friend and fellow otaku, who immediately exposes her as an otaku. Having reunited, they go out for dinner and decided they would make do with each other instead of feeling like they are walking on thin ice when dating a normal person. Therefore, beginning the romantic and comedic story revolving around the two and both their superiors Hanako Koyanagi and Tao Kabakura, who are secretly dating and otakus just like them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.